up? Welcome back. Another episode of Turn Up the Mic. I'm Chris. To my right, I got Roy.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
We got a special guest back again.
It's good. It's good.
We got Stilo Jordan in the house. How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. Tired, been busy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
How has because you've dropped a lot of music this year.
I have, yeah.
How has quarantine been for you? Like since your last release?
Great, man. Honestly, yeah, man. Including this project, I mean, I'm done with another one already.
Man.
So like, I mean, it's been great. It's been the best.
Because
Okay.
even besides your own music, you've been a part of a lot.
Yeah.
Because I see you I see your videos. You're producing. You're in some cabin somewhere.
Yeah.
producing,
In the middle of the woods. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cabin in the woods, man. Yeah.
So you dropped your project. Was it Friday or last week? This week.
Last week.
Last week. Okay.
Yeah.
How has the reception been from like people?
It's been great, man. I was actually I kind of figured that this project was gonna do really well because the first Sleep Talking that I dropped had a really good response to it.
Okay.
And so yeah, no man, it's been great. It beat my expectations already this far. So yeah, man, it's been doing good.
Yeah. So this one, I call this one a sampler because it's like 5 songs.
Mhm.
Do you find it's harder to make shorter albums than longer ones, or what's your thought on that?
No, I don't think it's harder, man. Actually, it just kind of depends on what what you're trying to do. Usually with these short projects that I do, because I've had 3 of them so
Yeah.
far. With these short projects, I mean, they all kind of revolve around each other. All the songs kind of feel the same.
Okay.
And so usually those songs are done within a short span of time where this is the vibe that I was in when I was writing them.
Okay.
And so, I mean, it just, it's not that hard. Honestly, the albums was hard to make sure
Okay.
that flows, perfectly all the way through.
Mm. Okay.
I liked it a lot, man. I liked one thing about it that, like you said, it had like the same vibe throughout the whole album.
Right.
But I like when it comes to like production of it, it didn't sound repetitive at all.
I appreciate that.
Because sometimes you get that when like an artist is in a certain mood,
Mhm.
then you kind of get, okay, well, I know you're in this mood now. Third song, kind of same style, but
Right.
it didn't feel like that at all. Like each kind of track held their own, and this was the vibe. Like that, what Shame on You?
Shame on you.
That's
Yeah.
easily like my favorite off it.
Yeah.
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 Appreciate it. Yeah, that one was my favorite too. And actually, that song was crazy. Is I wrote that song in like 2 hours. I actually woke up out of bed when I made that track, and it just inspired. It was like 3 a.m, man.
Yeah.
Woke up for no reason, couldn't go back to sleep, and cooked up the beat real quick, and then wrote the song, recorded it, got it all fucking mixed all within that 2 hours, 3 hours. Went back to sleep. Yeah, man, it was crazy. Love that song though.
Did you make the beat yourself?
All the whole project.
Really?
Yeah, and
That's
all the
wild.
production, everything.
Man. So okay, so you're making beats and stuff. So we don't really get a lot of people in that make their own beats.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
what's
you
your
only get one part.
Yeah. So what's your, because we've been trying to get like a producer in here so we had this
Yeah.
conversation. So what's your thought process when you go into making the beat? Do you already have like the lyrics in your head, or do you have like when you woke up to make that song?
It depends, man. A lot. Sometimes it all just kind of comes like randomly. Same with writing the lyrics and the beats. Usually though, when I know like, okay, I want this project and this is what I want it to feel like, I go in with the process thinking, this is what I want the hook to be.
Okay.
So I built the beat around that first idea, and then kind of just build from there.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. It's simple enough.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Especially when you do it all yourself.
Yeah.
It took a while for it to get simple though, man, dude. Because I just realized I barely got good at like producing like this year, but
Yeah.
because of quarantine,
You
I
got
mean, what else you could do, right?
yeah.
Want to make some beats? I'm here.
Yeah.
Try making some beats. I tried singing this year. I mean, hey,
I saw
man.
that. You did a
Yeah.
little bit of that on here too.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I like about it is that when it comes to the beats too, I mean, I see like you throwing instruments. Like I see you using that.
Mhm.
It's not just a drum pad or you're just not on Logic, whatever you use, and just fill-ins.
Right.
Like you actually have the keyboard out, and I see you doing little riffs and stuff.
Yeah, exactly, man. And something that I try to refrain from too is using too many samples. I don't really like to sample. Sometimes I do, and not all of my songs are completely from scratch. But for this project, I think only one track on this project was what had a sample in it that I built the beat around.
Okay.
But yeah, no, the guitar in there. I mean, luckily I work around some just amazing musicians at the studio I work at. So like, getting them to come in and collaborate and telling them, yo, this is the idea that I have for like a guitar, for whatever the case may be. It's been a blessing. So
Yeah.
That's good, man.
So the name of the project is
Sleep
Sleeping-
Talking 2.
Yeah.
Sleep
Okay.
Talking 2. Yeah.
I really like the rollout of it. I've never seen anyone do that to where you posted, was it like looking for like 10 people to listen to it ahead of time?
yeah.
So that was really cool. Like that role, I haven't seen anyone do that.
Appreciate it.
To get that, the honest feedback on it too, and just it. In my eyes, it helps create a little bit high because people already seen the post on it and
Right.
stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So many people hit me up, and sometimes I do that, and I started doing that like 3 projects ago, and sometimes like I got friends who hit me up, but they hit me up too late, and I'm
Mhm.
like, yeah, I'm gonna stick to the post. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going
Yeah.
past 5 people. That's it. Like you're gonna have to wait till the project drops. So like having to pick and choose and like picking the right people who I feel like may criticize it, the way that I want it to be criticized and stuff. So
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna talk a little bit about music, get into some sports, and talk a little bit more about the album and what went into making it. Another album that dropped was Miley Cyrus, Plastic Hearts. This is one that Roy wanted to listen to, so we had to deep dive into it.
Exactly, man. It was a good album. First of all, her singles have been real 80s rock. I
Mhm.
mean, coming out. She had the Billy Idol feature. She had the Stevie Nicks. She remade. I mean, she covered "Creep" with Cranberries. So even she covered Dixie. So I really like that direction. I like that type of music, and her voice fits really well in that. Like it's crazy how well her voice is. Like I was sleeping. Like I know she has a good voice from her past projects,
Yeah.
but then this one, man, like she does have a voice. Like she can sing.
a lot of people slept on her, man. I mean,
Yeah,
She could sing. I was
yeah.
like, man, this reminds me of Wrecking Ball. Let me go listen to that video again.
This guy. That's why he was listening to it.
Pipes, man.
He
Bro,
was
it was-
watching the video on mute.
But it was really good. I like that. Like a lot of these artists where they drop the singles, sometimes the album doesn't reflect the sound
Mhm.
Mhm.
because that's why they're singles.
Right.
But her album reflected the sound really well. Besides Never Me, I felt like she did release this. The best songs were the singles. But Never Me, I really like. That was my favorite track. I think that was a real honest track that was just about like she's not the one, like she'll cheat on you. I'm not the one to marry.
Mhm.
Which I feel like, following her,
Her breakup.
her breakup back and forth. So she, like it felt really honest.
Mhm.
So, but I liked it a lot. And I liked that she did covers on it and she stuck to a theme.
Yeah, it gave me like a vintage, like not really pop rock, but like a vintage rock type sound.
Yeah.
It was cool. I gave it a 6.
I gave it a 7.
Yeah. Forgot who it was I was talking about that I was listening to, but she does have a voice where she can like cover different genres.
Yeah,
You
because
know?
I feel like she has that raps on demand.
Yeah.
And then like if you have that raps, you can go into many genres because that covers like even more of the soul. You can go to like the classic rock if you can put that on there.
Mhm.
No.
And I think that's what really helped her in this album, this project. So
Is she done with hip hop?
she did that one song. What was it?
It wasn't one song.
I only remember one song because the music video.
She was.
It was
It was with
Oh.
Mike Will, the Jordan song,
was it? She's like, I got the 5s on my feet,
something
or
like that.
something
She had
that.
she had
The
a
Wolf
jersey.
5. She had the Wolf 5s.
She had a jersey and a pair of shoes on in
Yeah.
that video.
She had that, and then she had
Yeah.
like that like Jordan Letterman on it too. I was
Yeah,
just
right.
like,
You very vivid memory.
Yeah.
Like, he's sick. But yeah, I mean it was cool. I guess she's done. I don't see her like jumping back in. I think her and Mike Will broke up, so she probably
I also,
went
I
back
mean,
over there.
looking at her like past, but she's gonna do whatever. I mean, she can do a fucking country album next.
That's what it
She
also
can
felt
do
like a
her
little bit.
dad. Hey Billy
You
Ray,
sick.
come on here. Let's do a collab album. Like she can
Yeah.
do whatever.
Yeah. And then Juicy J, The Hustle Continues. Did you hear that one?
I did not, man.
I liked it. Roy
was-
said it was terrible.
I didn't say it was terrible. I said there was a lot of flexing on that song, on that album, like a lot.
It's Juicy J. What you think he gonna
Like,
do?
and I hated it because I was like, man, look, so this is why I hate it. I was listening to it. I'm like, man, this shit's repetitive.
Yeah.
And then without thinking, I was working, like my head's about. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck. I was like,
but all of his music kind of feels the same, man. All of it, you can
Yeah,
dance to it, you
that's
can
what he
dance to it.
does.
like, I wasn't even thinking, and then I was just like, I was like, fuck. And then like if I pay attention to it, I'm like, then I'm just like get
Yeah.
back to them.
Like he raps to the 808. Like
Yeah.
he stays on beat. Like he doesn't leave that.
It was what was expected.
Mm-hmm.
He was who I thought he was.
Yeah.
So I mean, but so their Logic was on there twice.
I was surprised at
So
that.
here's why I was 1995 that had a different vibe than the album, right? And Logic had like 80% of that song, and Juicy J was only like 20%. I was like, man, that's weird. And he's on it twice. So I looked it up. That was actually for No Pressure.
Okay.
And it didn't make the album, and then he let Juicy have it and put on his album.
Okay.
I was like, it makes sense now, because even the music video, it's Logic's whole album thing is shot in like Montana, the music video.
Gotcha.
So I was like, I wonder how often that happens and we just don't know about it. Where, oh, they didn't make the album, you can have it.
Yeah.
But like, how does
happens
that
a lot.
feel, right? How does that
Yeah.
feel being the other artist? We mean to make the album.
Why don't you want this? Pull Up, that was a different song for me too. That one seemed to have a little more like substance to it. I think he was
Yeah.
talking about people that died, like Kobe.
Well, that's the one that had the intro with like he mentioned Mac, he mentioned
Yeah.
and everyone.
I was like, and then like you don't really think about it until somebody's going down the list of people that have died, you know?
For real, bro. Like
I'm
That's just-
young, man, and I'm like, damn, like
They
you know,
die when
yeah.
like recently. It's
Mhm.
heavy.
yeah.
But that was one of my favorite songs just because it was so different. But other than that, Juicy J gives you what you want.
yeah.
It kind of gave me old school vibes of 3-6 Mafia a little bit.
For sure.
Well, because I forgot one of them produced like 4 or 5 albums, and he literally yelled 3-6 on there like throughout the album.
Oh yeah,
I mean, that kind of
think-
made you think about
I think they're still cool, but just the vibe, the way that it came in, I don't know, just the whole aura of the album gave me like old 3-6 Mafia vibes, not like when they got a Grammy vibes, even though that was so good, you know.
Yeah.
Also, last week we were talking about Meg Thee Stallion's album. One of the issues that we
trash.
had was she has that real hot girl shit intro thing.
Yeah.
So on here, are we keeping the same energy? Because he was like, what was that? Logic kept saying it. What does Juicy say? Shut the fuck up. The whole line, every song.
You know, but I think Meg's was definitely more annoying.
It was
Because-
back to back too, though.
Yeah, but on Meg's, I felt like she was like conceited, like when he was like cut the beat, because like every time like Meg said it, I'm like, bro, like your vocals are up, like that's all you hear. With at least him, he tried to fit it
Like,
in.
after complaining, I got to keep the same energy because this was worse.
It wasn't as noticeable.
It was to me.
It
was
wasn't as
at the
noticeable.
It seemed to be in the same place every song.
Bruh, I'm gonna say something. What'd you expect?
I didn't expect that because that was Logic's little line. Like you can't steal that. I didn't like it. I don't like that intro.
retired. He's like, you can have it.
I don't like that intro. Are intros important to you, like little tags?
Depending, I mean, it depends on what the song. I mean, I keep saying it depends a lot, but yeah,
Yeah.
it depends on what what you're trying to do with the track. But yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it could make if it makes sense, then
Right.
put it in there.
To
But
me,
like,
tags are always like in like the hype stuff. Is there really tags that go in like the slower, more manly
I
stuff?
mean, it got to be something that stands out. So
Can you imagine make Hot Girl Summer?
so we were talking about it. Lil Wayne has the lighter, right?
Mm.
So do you see yourself having like a little signature, or would you ever do something like that?
if I'm in the booth and I just come up with something and I'm like, oh, that was
Like
tight.
organic,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, then I'm gonna keep doing that. If it was cool enough, but I haven't had that yet.
Yeah.
Hopefully I do. That'd be cool, man. I mean,
Yeah, that's just one of those things.
It's
As
I mean,
a show
as
itself.
much as we knocked on it, it really does like identify people.
Mhm.
exactly.
Like we can all talk shit, but we know DJ Khaled, like another one. Like
Yeah.
we know
Another
it.
one is
like
one of the best ones
like-
for him.
we regardless of like the shit we
Yeah.
say, he trademarked that shit. We know
Yeah.
it's him. Like
Right,
we don't
right.
gotta guess.
And does that come with like a different level of success? Like you get to that point where you have your own trademark and they know automatically it's you, know?
I mean, just with anything, I think you kind of have to build that. I mean, Lil Wayne had that has that lighter thing, and that's forever. If
Yeah.
you hear that in a song, you automatically know, even
Yeah.
if it doesn't say his name on the track, and you're gonna know, oh, Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
No words.
But Yeah, I mean, I think you kind of built that up to its own fame, you know.
Yeah.
that tag.
Man, that's just important. It's underrated, I think. It's
It-
overlooked.
I think it's underrated, but it has to be, for me, like I said, it has to be the right thing for the person. Because
Mhm.
like for us, it's not that like bringing Meg again. It wasn't that she had one. Hers is so long.
and it was
Right.
she used it a lot.
Yeah, hers is like
Yeah.
Hot Girl Summer. That's like whatever, how many words?
How many
that's
syllables?
long.
Right,
Right? Like,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and she's trying to fit that in between bars. Like
Ross
nah.
has
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
in and out, you know.
Leg's done.
But he had it on here, and
That's
it
crazy,
would have
man.
been
Rick
fair for me to
Ross?
bring it up.
No, but I like Rick Ross. He trademarked.
Yeah. All his big boys, dog. His big boys. That's our thing too.
He's like, "This is my part."
This is
huh?
my favorite part. My favorite bar.
Wow. So yeah, I mean, when you think about it, that's pretty dope. to
A
have
lot of
your
people
own
have
little
it though when
trademark.
you think about it.
Do they though?
I mean,
they, though?
okay, so look, then you have another one that's kind of long, but he makes it work. Kid Cudi. You know that humming. That's what everyone loves.
He builds up to it though.
But
it's
still,
like a
it's
subtle,
but still,
it's
everyone
like a
knows
subtle
it's
intro
him.
though.
But
Yeah.
you know it's him.
Yeah.
You know it's
I
him.
guess. Does he do it every time though?
Bro,
I
he
don't
just about. Come on.
like
really-
90% of the
Come
time.
on.
I don't really think of
Bro,
it like an intro
does
though.
it.
But you know, you're right. He doesn't always do it as an intro. So a lot of times on the outro.
He's
it's
just
not
like,
he
yeah,
it's
getting-
always
But I'm
in
saying,
there.
but it's
Yeah.
it's like it's his staple that he does in songs that people know it's him.
It's
Right.
like one of those head bobs. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But-
it's like one of those.
But how simple it is, just like Ross. Like, you know, he's like,
I guess.
like, but like that's something he
I can't keep
trademarked
up to a
himself,
hum.
bro.
The in and out,
But Kid Cudi gets people with that hum, bro.
Yeah.
yeah, he does.
Like those beings are like my soul. I'm like,
Yeah.
for what?
But yeah, so man, that's an art. Come up with that.
Does Drake have one?
I don't
Six
think
God. Six.
Oh.
Six.
Does he?
Yeah, well, he has six. He has that six God whenever he's. I think it's whenever he's like on those like where he's just talking shit.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, he has that six God. Yeah, where it goes six on the back.
man.
That's
a
more,
lot.
but that's more on the beat.
I see him using that on his own
Sometimes.
projects too, though. That's
Yeah.
like it's for me, not
So-
for you.
So he has something. Jay has,
Hove.
yeah, or
yeah.
a
yeah,
little bit of
mhm.
Just so everyone that has
Some
something.
let's agree. Some are
Yeah.
more popular than
There
others.
is some,
Kanye has that what I mean I don't even know how to
Yeah.
but Kanye's changed. Like different Kanyes have different.
What do you say? What do you say? Preach.
Yeah, Creep. Right now it's on God. Like it's like
But yeah, and then Grammy nominations. Grammys happen.
no. The nominations come out and Grammys are normally like in February-ish because nominations come out
It's
in
when the
November.
voting
Okay.
Voting
stuff.
ends in December, end of December.
Because I saw some rummagings.
Bruh,
that-
I've never seen so many artists, bitch.
Was it you? So were they mad about who? Because they were saying Taylor Swift won, so it hasn't came out yet.
That and
No,
the,
hasn't
and the
con-
Macklemore.
No, they're talking about
also.
previous, like how it's been wrong in the past.
Because they were complaining about the Weeknd's album, but that was for this year, right?
for this nomination, yes, because it's not a calendar year. They do it from, I think, October to October.
But his last project hasn't won anything yet. It's for this upcoming Grammys,
It's
right?
for the upcoming, but it wasn't nominated.
Oh,
So he's not
okay.
even a chance. He can't even vote. Like you're not even gonna get
Wow.
a chance, bro. Like
Did they submit it? First of all,
who they hit send?
yeah. Before we got into the podcast business, I didn't know how much red tape you got to go through to get your stuff nominated.
Bro,
Like,
a lot, man, and you actually got to you have to get like there's like 3 rounds of votes before you
Yeah.
get into that vote. So
you got to
it's like,
submit the project too. Make sure the label submits it.
Right.
The artist
Mhm.
can't do it. It's so
And then
weird.
it has to be some level of cleared for them to actually do it. And it's just
Right.
like,
right.
but here's my thing about should the Weeknd be nominated? Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely, I
But
like that album.
The biggest issue I feel, and we talked about it like a month ago, is that the Grammys didn't know where to put him because what is the Weeknd? What
should be
was
like-
After Hours? Because
I
you
mean-
said he was R&B, but he wasn't just R&B. He's mixed.
I mean,
You can put it up there with like album of the year. Done.
Facts. Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
there
no,
you go.
for real though.
So
Yeah.
so he's a no subgenre. He's just an album of the year.
That's what we call it. Checkmate.
Well, yeah. I think, man, I think it's like R&B. I mean, you could definitely throw him in R&B, man. Like
Yeah,
that's
you
that's
can-
almost a no brainer, you know. And then,
Is it?
Yes,
Yeah,
fool.
for
What's wrong with
sure.
you?
What about Justin? Justin Bieber? Did you see what he said?
Justin
He-
Bieber's
It's
pop.
pop.
Like he didn't
Pop.
put out a
That
R&B.
album.
and R&B.
That album was pop.
Which one?
The
I
one he
did- I-
released this year.
I didn't hear,
I
but I
heard
heard a lot of good
Yeah,
things
He
about it.
yeah, it was good. He released like this whole 3-paragraph thing.
Was
He's,
the one
he
the
was-
video
what-
on there?
The which one?
The video Holy on there?
No, because that was
Okay.
after.
Okay.
He released like, it was like, I was on IG. It was like a fucking paragraph, fucking
Oh my
double
God.
space and shit. He's like, I appreciate the nomination, but my album was R&B, not pop. Because
Justin Bieber said that?
Yeah,
Man, if you don't shut your privilege
that's what I'm
ass.
saying. Like, there was so much this year, bro.
Oh my
Like,
God.
like the
White
Weeknd's just
people
trying to
out
get
here.
in.
yes, like, bruh, I want to sit with them. Oh
But,
my
I mean,
God.
Same thing last year with Tyler the Creator.
Mhm.
He said he wasn't hip hop.
That didn't feel like a hip hop album though.
He said he wasn't, but he's like, I guess my name put me in here, and he said my album didn't deserve to be in here.
I guess. So you got some of the ones are album of the year, Janae Aiko's on there.
Yeah.
Record of the year, song of the year, best new artist, best pop vocal album. That's weird. Like, why isn't it just pop album? Why are they getting subgenre?
Pop vocal.
Yeah.
I mean,
Best pop vocal album.
But I mean, you can have good chops and not have a good album.
So that's weird. And then you got best rock album. I feel like everybody has like a subgenre because you got best alternative music album.
Alternative is like, we don't know what you're
Tyler
doing.
should have been in
Yeah.
there. Okay, so that
Tyler.
answers your question. So put him in there.
but I'll tell you this too, man.
I needed you to answer. I want to know if you knew what you were coming with.
No.
So you did it.
when we drop our music too, like these distribution sites, they make you pick like what's the genre, and you click
Okay.
your genre, R&B, hip hop, right, and then it breaks down like a paragraph this big of subgenres.
Okay.
Of that.
So
So it's
you
like
get options.
yeah.
Because we had this this like debate
Yeah,
years ago
it's been
because the main one brought up was Lil Nas X.
Mm.
Because remember, he
Oh,
said he
yeah,
was
he was a-
country.
he was
Yeah,
catalyst.
Yeah.
I'm like, it wasn't.
He was
country.
on
It's bro country, I think. Man, I see. I work with a lot of country artists.
Bro
in the studio.
country?
That's
What is-
they call it.
Man, that,
What,
just
bro
call
country?
it
Bro
you want to
country,
say
bro.
the N word so bad.
Bro
country.
Hey, yo, it's bro country. What you
Bro,
mean,
bro,
bro?
country.
Can
Bro.
you imagine? Number one on the bro country
I
charts.
noticed all the black country artists are bro country.
Oh, man.
Y'all better chill.
I think that's worse, right?
Yeah, I don't like that.
I mean, look, man.
Urban country.
Urban-
Whoa, we getting out of hand here.
Yeah.
Gotta reel
I
it
haven't
in.
heard bro country.
No,
Yeah,
they're
man.
calling it that.
Yeah, there's
I
some
bet
some
there's a
country.
playlist
again, I
somewhere
work
on
with- I work with a lot of them, and it's a lot of because country's kind of turning into pop, more
Okay.
more
Yeah,
so than
definitely.
anything. So like,
Okay.
and that's what
I can
they're
see
calling
that.
Taylor Swift started that.
They're
without a
even
doubt.
Yeah, for
dressing
sure.
and performing like pop artists or rap artists because
Right.
Oh, yeah.
it's just regular clothes, no hat, no nothing.
Yeah.
Did you see the Thanksgiving game? With Kane Brown. You
I didn't see that one.
Yeah. When he performed, I mean, yeah, he just looks
Regular,
like-
right?
I thought he was a rapper, bro.
Like
I
New
didn't know
York
who he was.
fitted.
Oh, he's just like, he has like a pop voice to country music.
Right.
And it's weird because they're really like, because country music is very like rock, where they're like, this is or not.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So like they call it new and old country,
Right.
and that's because it's a pretty big divide. Like from 2000s to this, it's
Absolutely.
complete. It's like
Absolutely.
ballads
Yeah.
compared
I
to
think
whatever.
Chris Stapleton is like the last pure country artist.
But not
he-
even that. Like
he
for
checks
me,
every box.
but for me, Chris Stapleton is blues country. You can't say he's
This
not
guy.
blues country. Like listen
Okay.
to him, he's blues.
I guess
You know he's blues. Don't even go there,
he
bro.
sounds good country wise.
He sounds good. I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't, but there's blues to his music.
And then some of the categories you got best new artist. Some of these people I can't pronounce their names, so they're definitely new. You got Doja Cat, Nora Cyrus.
Noah. That's
Noah, okay.
Noah Cyrus. That's
Um,
Miley Cyrus's sister.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Can she sing?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
What do you think?
She's
She
all right.
nominated for a Grammy.
She's all right.
I mean, Doja Cat's on here. She had like 2 songs. Meg Thee Stallion's on here. I think she's like the freshman that flunked because I feel like everybody knows her,
Yeah.
Is it really new? Maybe last year she got in after the
Every
Grammys?
held back.
Grammys we
Yeah.
every
Held
Grammys
back.
every Grammys we talk about this. Like, what's the call? Because some of these people, they're like, man, I've sworn they've been around for a while.
Right.
Like the only legit ones I know on there are Nora Cyrus, that's new. D
Yeah.
Smoke is new.
Yeah.
And
Because
These smoke-
Netflix.
Yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah.
D Smoke was fire.
Yeah.
the other ones I feel like they've been around a while. Like to
Doja Cat,
me, it's just
yeah.
like best new artist after becoming big.
Ingrid Andress, that's a new artist. Like I don't know who that is.
We don't know.
That's like legit new, you know.
Yeah, we had to Google them.
Yeah.
That's new.
But yeah, it's just weird. I guess
Yeah.
that's wild that the Weeknd wasn't on there.
At all. Like
Oh, he's
That-
he's probably one of my favorite songwriters just in general, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like he's. I mean, every project that he's ever dropped has just been. It's been a masterpiece. It's been
Yeah.
great, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you can sit through the whole thing.
I
Yeah.
agree. And then just normally, like all the award shows that happen through the years through the year gives you an idea of the Grammys.
Right.
And The Weeknd is on every single one.
Yeah,
And he wasn't even like, to me, it's like not even nominated. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like he has the best selling R&B album of all time with After Hours or something like that.
I guess I feel like after hours he went all out with promoting. Like he beat his own ass.
He did.
to, like,
He
put
went
that one
all
out.
out.
He's still wearing like burn victim like raps.
He
promoting
just,
the
he
album.
just did it on the, was it AMAs?
Yeah,
Where he was doing it like on off the bridge in LA.
yeah.
He was all burned.
He wore
and
that
everything.
red jacket for 6 months
Bro.
and
Yeah,
didn't get
it's
promoted.
I
Drake.
did see that. Okay,
Bro,
that's right.
Didn't
And
get
then, did you
nominated.
see
it?
The fuck is this?
You know what? Kanye West, like he brought back Kenny G. He was there again. Kenny G,
Yes.
like you need to thank Kanye West for bringing these artists back
Oh
from
my
life,
God.
bro.
Kenny G balding yet? Are you? He still got long hair.
It has to be a wig, bro.
I mean,
We got a unit.
yeah. You know who I heard recently who came back from the dead, man, is Gutta Gutta.
Damn, really? Was Wayne on there?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's why. Of course, he didn't stand out on the song, but I
Bro,
heard him,
was
I was
there.
like, bro, was that him?
He
Oh
was
my
there.
God.
He's probably my favorite feature rapper to never make it. Like,
Really?
yeah,
Oh man,
So
He's-
like precise category.
yeah. Like, he got
Not even never made it, but
to
featured
never
rapper.
make it.
bro, it's messed up too because they always put him on a feature with Wayne.
Yeah,
like come on now.
Is Wayne paying him still? Like, bruh,
He probably owes him 5 features.
At least. Yeah.
he signed to a 5 feature deal. That's wild.
Oh man.
But last thing on the Grammy, so album of the year, they got a lot of people. Janae Aiko's Chernobyl album is on there.
Mhm.
Black Puma's album is on there.
That's a good album.
Everyday Life, Coldplay, Deshi, the Jesse, Volume 3, Jacob Collier, Woman in Music Part 3, Ham. That's probably a dope album.
Sounds like a play.
Future Nostalgia. That's a good play on words by Dua Lipa. She did a song with Miley Cyrus.
Hannah Montana.
Miley Cyrus. Hollywood's Bleeding, Post Malone. That was a tough album. Folklore, Taylor Swift. Who y'all got? Did y'all listen
Out
to all
of
these?
all of all of those,
I remember
out of
people.
all of those, I would say I want Post to win,
Yeah,
but
I listened
Bruh,
to that album
like,
so many times. I think I gave
Taylor
it a-
Swift is up there when it comes to fans like Beyonce. Like, bro, they ride
For sure.
hard for her.
Is
Like,
she on her?
for sure.
like her fans like go crazy.
I mean,
It's just like,
she's giving her fans like
Yeah.
you know titty and
Yeah.
like at her concerts and stuff. Of course they love
I was
her,
like,
bro. Yeah, you
bro,
know?
like what was it? Her first week album sales was like 800K.
Ooh,
Like
It-
that doubles Drake.
It's crazy.
relax.
I was like, it does.
So I would go Post Malone simply because I heard that. I listened to that one the most out of everything.
Black Pumas was a good album, but I'll take Post over him.
I mean, I'll say Post is definitely the. I
Yeah.
mean, he's like the Mayweather.
Yeah.
I mean, in that category,
Right?
you know, you just got to pick him because you know,
He's actually on there
Definitely,
like
yeah.
quite a lot. Like when it comes to was it feature or song of the year with Circles?
yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of somebody who has a lot of a real cult following, that's Post.
He does.
Yeah.
I don't even think about that. He really does. That's wild.
Yeah.
I think most of those artists that are love or hated have that cult following because I feel like if you're a fan, you just have to be ready to go to bat for them.
I'm glad he got past.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm glad he
right.
made it out the fire because there was a minute where I didn't know if it was gonna work for Post because people were like, he's a industry plant. He's just he don't he,
Iverson.
yeah he want to be country.
Yeah.
He was doing all this other stuff,
Yeah,
but he went through it. He went through the fire.
yeah.
I feel like that's what Kevin Hart's going through right now. So
Oh.
we'll see.
Right, just hear negative things about Kevin Hart special.
It was okay.
Yeah,
It was-
he's defending it. It's wild.
But I like the way he's defending it by saying he doesn't have to defend it.
Yeah, I don't
That's
care.
that's
But let me
defending
tell you
it.
something.
Like,
And-
you shouldn't
absolutely.
have like that's defending it when you say I don't have to defend it, but it's
Yeah.
my shit. Like
And then, all right, last one. Best rap album: Black Habits, D Smokes,
Mhm.
Alfredo, Freddie Gibbs. I've heard a lot of good things about that.
You've never heard that?
I don't think
think
so.
I've ever listened to a Freddie Gibbs song.
Me neither. He's like
Ever.
80.
That hurts,
Yeah.
bro.
A Written
Oh.
Testimony, Jay Electronica, aka Jay
I
Z's
didn't
album.
like. I didn't like that one.
King's Disease, Nas. I didn't like that name. The Allegory, Royce the 5'9". I'll probably go with that one.
So no, out of all those, I'm gonna go Alfredo.
Allegory.
But one thing that I really
Allegory.
hate, like that I disliked about like the rap community this year when that came out, like was it the Baby, Little Baby? They all posted numbers. They're like, our numbers beat all those.
Yeah.
Why aren't we nominated? Like,
They submit the
Bro,
project.
but this is the first time in a while. All of those are rap albums.
Yeah,
like,
they're pure-
it's
like
true.
they're conscious.
True
Like they're
hip-hop.
true
Yeah.
hip hop albums. Like
That's true.
I don't care what your numbers are. Like this is like those are hip hop albums.
Yeah.
So like
Mm.
I have no problem with any of those really winning.
I hope.
I mean,
Royce-
even though I wasn't a fan of Written Testimony, it was hip hop. Like it was
I was-
conscious.
it's
rap.
weird that it's not a Jay-Z album. It's
Right.
literally Jay's on there majority of the time.
right.
Featuring it's Jay featuring Jay.
That's what
It's
got the
wild.
that's what got the nomination.
I'm like, so if he wins, Jay-Z has to get
Yeah.
the nomination. Go
For-
and get it.
another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Freddie Gibbs to win the Grammy, that would be great because that's. I mean, he's been in the game forever. With
Yeah, he's like 80.
yeah, he's like Currency. He's drops a album every 3 weeks.
But yeah, I'm gonna go Allegory. Royce the 5'9". He's probably one of my favorite lyrical rappers right now.
Oh, bro, he's a monster.
He
Oh,
is,
yeah.
and it's wild just the amount of projects he's put out and still be able to keep that like
Keep the momentum.
yeah, and keep
with
that
incredible- yeah.
newness that he puts out.
Yeah.
So yeah,
He's probably top 5 active lyrical rappers because you have him. I'm gonna take him. Black Thought. Black Thought's amazing. Like the Book of
Mhm.
Ryans, and then From the Roots.
Mhm.
trying to think like lyrically, who would I put up there? I don't even know
Lil
besides
Baby.
those two.
Drake.
Drake. What I said lyrically.
Cole.
Cole, yeah.
Cole.
Man, I feel like Cole's getting overhyped now
Why you say
Why?
that?
because like I feel like his lyrics are starting to get watered down a little bit.
I don't know. We're gonna fight after this.
Bruh.
Like
No.
okay, if you
He's one of those that he's like, K I don't need Cole, I need K
yes, like
Kendrick is good too.
if
yeah,
Kendrick
but-
dropped, I feel like there'll be no fall off with his rhymes. I feel J. Cole has
You
put
want to
out.
say Kendrick? You can say it.
I feel like J. Cole's put out a lot of music lately, and it feels like he's, I guess, too fresh.
a lot. I mean, he put out that little project.
The Simba, whatever.
Yeah.
with
Young Simba, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What else?
And
What else
cool.
has he did? That was you're saying he's dropping
He
music.
did that.
He did that. And
He went on a feature tour.
He retired from featuring.
Reti-
Remember that?
the Revenge of the Dreamers thing. Is
He
what
did
you're talking about?
that. Yeah. So he's
That was
been- he's
JID.
been out.
You know what? That was
But
JID.
He
but
was
his
on there.
verses on there, bro.
He was
Man,
on there.
ate.
Man, I just feel like it's not really new to me anymore. It feels like the same old stuff. I don't. Maybe if he put a story song out.
Okay, but here's the thing too. Like, I mean, with J. Cole, like, I mean, if you talk about his career going on,
Yeah.
when he first dropped that first Sideline Story project, everybody was like, "Man, I missed the mixtape stuff." Went back,
Yeah.
gave him the mixtape.
So it's one of
stuff,
them. You can't
and
please
then-
them. Yeah, I get
exactly.
you.
So like, I mean, he's constantly adapting. Every single project
Yeah.
sounds completely different.
That
So,
makes sense.
yeah.
I'm excited for Kendrick Lamar though. If we're being honest
For
here.
what? What's he gonna do?
What do you think he's gonna do? He's gonna put out fire.
When?
I don't know. 10 years from now.
No,
Yeah,
Wait.
we're still waiting on that collab project.
Yeah,
with Cole,
I
too,
mean,
yeah.
I might be a
That's never
doctor
gonna
by then. I
happen.
don't know.
Oh, man, yeah, dude.
Like,
I mean, I don't know. You'd be
we're
excited
gonna
for
have
a
like
minute.
8 presidents by the time Kendrick drops. This is gonna be crazy. But yeah, shout out to them. And then
Kendrick waits too long between jobs. Man.
he said he needs some what's the word?
inspiration,
Yeah,
motivation.
there we go.
But 10 years ain't enough.
He needs he needs to be inspired.
For real.
His life's
Oh,
that
man.
good.
Yeah.
10 years,
He
nothing
stays in the
happened.
house.
but apparently I recently saw something, like read this article where it was saying that he has like a lot of music in the vault.
What was it? 8
That's
albums or
a-
something like
Bro,
that?
that's
Yeah.
what everyone says.
It is.
I mean,
Who doesn't say that?
And then like how long are the songs? 30 seconds? Samples? Is it a Tierra Whack thing where it's like 1 minute tracks? Like,
I mean,
don't know.
hey, I mean, with how well he freestyles, I'm just saying, man, it could be possible that he has, you know,
Yeah.
just a lot of
No,
music.
I agree with you, and that's what makes it worse.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, or,
like,
put
you're
it
not
out,
helping.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they
Oh my
don't
bad.
help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got 8
Right,
albums
right.
I got 8 albums in the back. Where they at?
What are you
In the
doing with
back.
them? Like you
In the
just
back.
hoarding music. We watch shows about you, bro. Like what are
Yeah.
you doing?
They ain't ready yet.
They still in the oven. Man, all right. Switching to sports. All right. So football wise, did you say you had a favorite team?
Yeah, man, and they're not doing too well.
Who was your favorite team?
The Eagles.
Really? Okay,
Uh,
that's crazy. So the Eagles are where are they? Second, third? They're not fourth.
Nah, yeah, no, not, yeah.
They second.
They're second. Yes.
That's
they're
not a
second.
bad spot. I mean, you could be
It's-
terrible. You the
It-
best.
We're in the we're in a bad. We're in you know
Yeah.
a bad. We're in the worst
We're-
division.
It's
and
the closest
just-
race in NFL.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the truth.
How'd you feel? Did you watch the Cowboy game against the football team?
No,
Stupid
no, I
name.
didn't.
I didn't watch
The
it.
football team. Yeah.
I didn't
no,
watch it, but
I didn't either.
Roy said that they were going to win. He said,
man, those-
Cowboys are winning the division."
Man, those losing those 2 tackles at the first
There
play,
you go.
that changes a
I
lot.
saw highlights. Yeah.
Like this dude
Oh
doesn't
my
understand
God.
losing
Oh
the
my-
tackles that protects Dalton, how much that changes the game.
Okay. So originally it was we don't have a quarterback no more. We can't win, and then they saw a glimmer of hope. They're like, "Yo, we won't win the division."
Yeah,
Bruh.
as
It's
they
all-
do,
No.
as they do, bro.
No, we
oh
lost.
shit!
No, but
the
look.
tackle guy went down.
No, it
Yo, we
doesn't-
lost the tackle guy.
It doesn't
guys.
matter what team. If he loses two starting tackles,
Oh
what's
my
happening to Wentz? What's he gonna do?
They
Yeah,
said
no. See,
Just
yeah.
remove
no,
that
let
and
him answer.
insert stud
Exactly.
No, let
quarterback.
him
Like,
answer.
It's always something.
Let him answer. What's gonna happen?
I mean, he's already,
He's gonna be on the
hit-
floor.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
you're
God.
right. You're right.
Was that
But I mean, at the same time, he didn't. A lot of the team has been injured for the past 2 years, right? I
Yeah.
mean, as far as the line for
Don't
the
y'all
Eagles.
got
I mean,
injuries too?
Wentz himself.
Yeah,
You know, he needs to.
he wins himself, yes, but
He wins
but,
himself.
yeah. But he didn't have a line for a little bit. You know,
That's
the most
yeah,
tackled,
right.
He's the most tackled quarterback in the NFL.
y'all sitting in second.
Yeah. Yeah, so
In the,
They got a story for
division.
everything. Don't let them.
I'm just
sell you
saying, in
this.
the division, make sure you clarify where they're second at.
Like,
in the division.
in the
yes. Yeah,
division.
in the division.
Who on earth is thinking that? No offense, that the Eagles are number one in the league or in their conference.
Someone
like,
doesn't follow
That's
football.
true, that's true.
Someone that doesn't follow football. I
Come
don't
on.
know.
like, oh shit.
We have some
Okay.
people that listen to us just for music.
Okay, that's crazy.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're disappointing, man. Or Wentz is disappointing.
The
Wentz
whole,
has been
the whole
disappointing.
division is disappointing, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Who do you think's gonna win this division? I had watched the
Giants.
football team's gonna win.
I said the Giants like 5 weeks ago because
Really?
I saw. I mean, I was watching them just get better every
Yeah.
single week. Every game got closer and closer, and then now they're winning.
Yeah.
And I think Jones is finding himself. You know, it's just they're looking like a good football team now.
I just
you
think
know?
they need a they need to balance the run
yeah,
a little more. But that, I mean, that's a big hit when you lose Barkley.
yeah, right,
So
right.
so I think they are the best team right now at
Mhm.
this point in the division. They just need to work on the balance a little more.
And you know who's coaching that offense?
That's true. The man himself.
Yeah, the man himself.
I thought he was on defense.
I'm pretty sure he was off.
He's
offense,
in the
right?
coaching organization,
Yeah.
regardless.
Oh, okay, but I mean, hey, I mean,
can see
Hey,
his
let me show y'all
offense.
how to get to
Yeah, yeah.
8-8.
I can see it.
Okay.
They ain't gonna get to 8-8, bro. Don't go. I'll put money on that. They get in there.
That's wild. And then what was it? The Steelers game got moved back twice. Is it Monday or Tuesday?
I don't even know because now, like the latest report today, the Ravens, their starters increased to 18 being tested positive.
Oh damn.
18, bro. And then
I think Victor said that Carter QB got it too.
yeah,
I forget his name.
Lamar,
Yeah, Lamar.
he got
Oh,
it too.
from one of the staff. I was just talking.
For real?
Yeah, I was just talking to somebody about that the other last night. It was one of the staff that gave him the coronavirus.
She do coughing. Like, how did that happen?
I
That's
have
wild.
No idea, man. But yeah, that's what they're saying that she or he had the staff had coronavirus. Knew he had it, but yeah, ended up giving it to him.
Knew he had
Knew?
it.
Knew he had it. Something like that.
That's some
Something like that.
fines going on.
Yeah,
that
they
could be a
probably threw that
stretch.
in there. Knew he had it,
that-
bro.
That could be a stretch. Yeah.
Spice up the story.
Yeah.
Breaking news,
I swear,
breaking news.
He
Knew he had
breaking
it.
news.
Hard cough.
Sabotage. Yeah.
Steelers
crazy.
taking a page out of Belichick's
Man,
book.
Steelers just might go undefeated this season. Like everything.
Bro, by
or
forfeits.
turn into Carolina or
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's crazy.
I mean, they already have enough wins, so as long as they don't lose out, all right. They need to win a couple more.
if the the Giants, you know, if they come
That-
up and
They
and
come
do
up,
and do what they do in
That's a
every Super
big
Bowl.
M, bro.
And do
Yeah.
what they do when they do have seasons like this where they start building up towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
You know, they end up making it to the Super Bowl, and you're like, how? You
Yeah.
know,
The-
I mean,
But I'll tell you this: the NFL is very stubborn. But with all the news in the last 3 days, man, like it's gonna be hard. Like I wouldn't be surprised if NFL just comes out and says,
We're
We're-
canceling.
"No, it's gonna be a 2 week bye," because 18 people
Where you
from
hear that from?
No,
That sounds good.
no, I haven't heard it anywhere.
Okay.
So you have 18 people from the Ravens, right?
Mm.
The 49ers just announced today that in the county that their stadium is, there's a ban on all athletics.
Yeah.
So they can't play there for 3 weeks. They have to move. So they have to find somewhere to play.
They got evicted.
They got
Yeah.
like so either so they can't play there. And then Denver just came out. All quarterbacks are tested for. They have no quarterbacks.
oh man,
Oh, that was
Man.
Broncos.
Broncos.
that's
So
terrible.
like what you can do what the Saints did and do the tight end, get the running back in there, wildcat every play. Like
put some flags on all the players.
Right. so like it's and the NFL has been quiet today where all this stuff has come out. So
Mhm.
tomorrow, today's Saturday, right? So I
Yeah.
think tomorrow's gonna try to go as scheduled. And I don't even know if San Francisco is home tomorrow. They can't play if they're at home because they have that travel restriction where if what was it? If
In
you're
their
coming, if you're
Oh.
coming from more than 150 miles away,
That's right.
you have to self quarantine. And I don't know who they play. But I'm pretty sure it's more than 150 miles away.
I just left from there, and yeah, I mean, they're strict on it out there too. right
Yeah,
now.
Is it
So-
a curfew too?
Yeah,
Or
it was
everything.
Yeah, it was a curfew. It was like $1,000.
but is it like a curfew, like San Antonio curfew, where we don't care?
They're strict, man. Like,
Really?
yeah, we were out there. They were like, they told us they were like, do not leave past 10, and do not be out on the roads. You know, between 10 and 5. It's $1,000 fine, and they'll get you for that out there. So it's like,
Wow.
We're
yeah.
not here, bro.
yeah, no, not here. No,
No.
no.
Here we just say it to say it.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
Yeah.
you know, it had to be said.
Like,
Yeah.
That's
But-
crazy.
with all that going on, I'm sure that it's gonna lead to more things pop up. I see the NFL doing a 2 week, and then they're gonna look at the divisions and say that last 2 games we're gonna limit the last 2 games so everyone still has 14 games to do it.
Yeah.
So we end the same time because I don't know how long they can prolong the season or just cancel it. Like something in the next week or so with everything breaking out, is something's gonna happen next week or so.
But they've been
Yeah.
like getting
They-
it all season.
Yeah, but-
it's like little clusters.
Little clusters, but they've been lucky with what saved them is no fans, so they can just tell cities, "You're on Thursday now. You're on Sunday night now. We're moving you to Tuesday." There's no fans. You don't have to worry about refunds. You don't have
Some
to worry
of
about
them-
moving.
Right.
Some of them are in fans though, right?
But it's like 10,000. They just give them the refund, or they're allowed to go.
Yeah.
But it's a lot easier to manage 10,000 tickets to 50, 60,000.
No.
Right.
You know, especially with the city when it comes to traffic or stuff like that. And with quarantine going on, what they're saying is all these stadiums, they're not booked like you were in regular seasons.
Right.
Booked for other events, booked for just random stuff. It's open, so it's that's why the NFL's been kind of getting by. It's just, oh, you're on Thursday night. Like we had a Tuesday night game this year. Like what the hell is that?
Yeah. So yeah, they definitely going through issues like the NBA was going through as far as just for different
I mean,
reasons, I
we-
guess.
All saw it coming though. I
Yeah,
mean,
absolutely.
Knew it was gonna happen.
It was just building up like little by little by little. And then because I think the main thing that the NFL did this week was it Thursday or Friday, they canceled all team events and practices and everything across the NFL.
Mm.
So that tells me there's something else, like another break coming. Because if they're canceled everywhere, there's something going on somewhere else for them to cancel like the whole NFL when it comes to practice for a day.
right.
Yeah. But yeah, that's crazy. Did you have somebody? Who are your teams for like Super Bowl getting in?
I mean, for a while, it was Kansas City.
Mhm.
Right.
It's still a solid.
You don't
choice.
see them making it no more?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, Steelers look amazing, right?
That is true.
Mhm.
They look. Roethlisberger looks amazing, but oh man, I really don't know anymore. I thought it was gonna be almost a rematch again.
Really?
For
Wow.
going into the season, I thought it was gonna be a rematch. You know?
Okay.
But yeah, I'm really not sure at this point. And to be honest, I haven't even really like this past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I haven't watched as much football.
Yeah.
So I'm really not sure now. Right
No.
now,
I had Kansas City and Tampa Bay.
Tampa.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
It's
Well,
not looking.
because of Brady.
Yeah. it
I had
was.
the same
Oh,
tone behind
gotcha.
it too.
It's
Yeah,
not looking so
yeah,
good anymore.
alright.
They're stumbling now, so I don't know anymore either.
Yeah,
I'm just resigned to the fact that
He's
it's
As long-
Brady.
as
Yeah.
long as Washington win their
wants
division,
that old
I'm good.
division back.
Yeah.
Besides the Bills, he wants that old division
he's
back.
like, hey,
Yeah.
Bill, you up?
I after the season started going, I thought it was gonna. Well, my original pick was Kansas City, and I forgot who else I had.
You said
I had Kansas City
Buccaneers.
winning. I didn't say Buccaneers.
Oh.
I had Kansas City winning it all. I know that. But and then New Orleans looked really good.
Mhm.
But now
Oh yeah.
dude's out with 30 broken ribs. Like like I mean
Boy,
first-
his lung is hanging out his mouth.
Bro, you know what? Like, Hill did a good job.
Mhm.
He stepped in, but people need to chill. Like, they're like, oh, we didn't miss a beat.
Yeah.
Against Atlanta, you scored.
Cowboy fans saying they
no.
need to chill, bruh.
Oh yeah. Right,
I'm
really.
just saying, you had no passing touchdowns against the Falcons. Like, that they were surprised. It was Hill. They weren't for the whole game. Of course, he ran on them because
Yeah.
that's what he does, and they're used to it. I mean, they weren't used to that. But now that the teams kind of have a week a little bit more on him, okay, we got to watch the run, make him pass, and let's see how he does passing. Now, he could be really good in passing, give me three passing touchdowns. I don't know yet. But they're definitely not in the position to win it all like they were with Drew Brees.
Right. Yeah. No. That's facts. I think that's completely true. I stopped hearing about the Saints after the whooping he put on Brady, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. You see what it took out of him, though. So,
Yeah.
was it worth it?
I mean,
James Winston was eating that night.
But
Look
yeah,
at it, he lost his job to a tight end.
yeah, and it's
They-
bad enough they got like memes of him holding the clipboard, watching the guy. That's wild. But yeah, win some, you lose some. It is what it is. And then the biggest fight of the night, Tyson versus Roy Jones, is tonight at
Dang.
at 9:00.
Yeah.
They're gonna be asleep,
Hopefully, y'all can get it for free, a la carte. I don't know,
bro.
Somebody on Facebook.
Yeah,
Bro,
it's
they gotta put it. They gotta label it though. Put it under like Powerpuff Episode 1, so they don't get flagged. You know.
bro. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what I'm expecting. It's been so long for Mike Tyson. I don't care how.
Yeah.
I mean, Roy Jones fought what 4 years ago? He won. He caught it in 2018,
Oh man.
and then Mike Tyson last fight was 2005. That's a big difference from getting hit. Like, I don't care like how much sparring you do. It's a whole different thing. Like, Mike Tyson can be tired faster.
Man,
because
who
he's
you
not-
got? Like you talking? Who you picking?
Hey, bro, I'm analysis. I'm breaking
He's
it
hyping
down.
it all up. He's
I'm
like,
breaking it down.
he's like,
See, Tyson has never been able to. He's never had stamina though, ever.
yeah. He's like, he
Ah,
hasn't
now
been
it doesn't
hitting a
help
while.
more.
Yeah.
He's
It doesn't
rusty
help.
as fuck.
Yeah.
Who
You know
you
what?
picking?
I'm gonna go with Roy Jones.
Okay, that makes sense. Like, keep that energy. Who you got?
Man, see, I was gonna say Roy Jones as well, but because I mean, a lot of people don't realize. Like, I mean, they're saying, "Oh, Tyson this, Tyson that," but because he's the biggest
Name
name
yeah.
in boxing, but people don't understand how good Roy Jones was and how entertaining it was to watch him fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has almost the exact same amount of knockouts that Tyson did.
No.
You know, but yeah, I mean, Roy Jones he was really good, man. It
Yeah.
was fun to watch. He's showboating everything, man. I mean, he was good.
They're separated by 10 pounds too. Roy Jones came in at 210, Tyson at 220. So
Who you got? Mike
I don't know.
Tyson been
I
smoking
don't
weed. He hasn't fought in
You
20 years, according to Roy.
if you don't think
Hey,
Roy Jones
hey.
isn't smoking weed either,
After that video with Mike Tyson, what Mike Tyson says he's gonna snatch his soul, that dude's soul
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything. Yeah, bro. I mean, hey,
That's
Mike
new. He did that recently.
Nah,
no,
nah,
did
Oh.
you see the new video of him? Like it was like the cake, but it was like Roy Jones' head.
I
and he
Oh,
cut
he
it?
ate the ear.
Yeah, like
I
it's
didn't
like
see that.
bro,
He ate the ear, bro.
Oh my god.
promotion on point though.
Come on,
Like,
Mike. Don't be doing that. you a better man.
who you got?
Who you got?
Holyfield sitting there like this. Yeah, nah,
Like that really happened.
Man, yeah, and I'm gonna say Roy Jones.
Hey, I got Tyson. Man,
Victor, who you got? Are you gonna
Okay, go
are you gonna
ahead.
split it?
I definitely got Tyson. Yeah.
Okay.
Every video I've watched, Roy Jones seems nervous. Like
It sounds like he's going for Tyson. Yeah,
the
at
closer
some point,
the
yeah.
closer we get to them fighting, the more nervous he looks. Like he doesn't sell it to me that he's like gonna win. I don't get that. Tyson doesn't seem to be scared at all. He seems extremely
But I mean, that's
confident.
just his mentality, though.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I've seen him back it up as well. But
What?
and then the whole I was talking to Victor about it. Did you see like I forgot where I watched it? He was talking Roy Jones, I think it was with that guy that be using a little chisel to like massage people.
yeah,
He was talking
about that YouTube dude.
yeah, he was talking about like the first time they're supposed to fight in like a month or so. So he figured he can beat him up because he
I did
ain't
see
had
this,
enough
yeah.
time, you know.
Yeah.
Then they pushed the fight back. He was like, "Well, goddamn, Mike, I'm not as confident with winning this fight as I was originally."
Yeah.
So that made me think, like, bruh, I mean, I got Tyson.
Bro, I don't know why I like those YouTube videos.
And then you seen the fights, the sparring that Roy Jones is doing.
Mm-mm.
He looked gassed. I think Johnny had posted it.
bro, he's saving it.
It was terrible.
He's saving it.
He was punching down, bro. I'm like, what are you doing? Them
because
bags
Tyson's
heavy?
gonna be going down.
Yeah, okay. And then
He's
I
trying
saw
to catch
the-
him on the way down.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
Tyson.
Then I saw the Tyson ones where he was sparring. It's just,
Of course.
he
Bruh.
looks angry.
Bro,
Yeah.
they edited 10 seconds.
Yeah, okay.
Tyson, give me 10 seconds, bro.
Okay. Can you survive those 10 seconds, Roy Jones?
I can't.
Jr.?
Roy Jones can.
Okay. Two Roys. They can't beat Tyson.
You think Roy Jones can take a punch, bro?
From Tyson?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
What?
It's
I don't
hard,
think
it's hard to say. It's hard to say. It's hard if you have feet. They haven't fought Tyson. It's hard to say if they can take a punch.
Yeah. I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna say no.
I mean, I think Roy Jones is quicker.
You think
Quicker.
so?
I do. Defensively, yeah.
He's
Defensive.
4 years younger. You know,
And they both
when you're
like,
that old, it
they
says a
both
lot.
like
Yeah.
they both like 62 years old. We talking like they
But
whippersnappers.
This is a grudge match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
then
want to see that movie.
like they were talking about it's a no knockout fight and they gotta wear
they
headgear.
actually changed
They
it.
changed it. Yeah.
Oh,
I saw-
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes,
So
now
there's gonna be
knockouts.
a winner.
Yes.
Roy Jones like, what the
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
are y'all
no,
doing?
it's
Hey man, that
hold
might
on.
be motivation because
He's
now
like-
there might be a purse.
He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I thought there was.
With no winner, there's no purse. You just get
Well,
you just get your agreed upon.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I thought Mike.
No, but now there might be like an additional purse for the winner.
Oh, I thought Mike is getting paid like 10, and
then
Roy's
be
getting
like
paid
4
like
or something.
I
4
thought it
or
was
5.
like 1, 4 or 5. Yeah, that pissed me off.
Yeah,
I
me
fought
too,
I fought
yeah.
yesterday. Why he getting paid more than me?
Oh man.
That's crazy. But
Who
yeah,
thinks? I think an interesting fight is going to be Nate Robinson versus Jake
Yeah.
Paul.
I was talking to him about that.
Nate Robinson versus Jake Paul.
I mean, we know who wins on the reach,
yeah.
but I'm gonna take Jake Paul.
Jake Paul
Me
looks
too.
good, man. Like he looks he looks good. He
Yeah.
looks like a good fighter. He looks like a good fighter.
He looks like he's been boxing people.
right.
He has, like-
And he has,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
Like I don't care that Jake Paul has been boxing YouTube people, but that means he's still
He's
like
taking it-
training for it.
He's
Yeah,
taking it
it's serious.
serious.
Mhm.
And like it's not like Nate Robinson's a big step up when it comes to boxing because we're not talking about like athleticism, basketball, like straight boxing skill.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's that much better than the people Jake Paul's.
has
See,
Nate.
in
and,
the
and what,
past.
and what they say too, they say that that basketball players would make great boxers.
With
Who
the
was
feet
that?
movement.
You
With
saw the
everything.
Mayweather thing on Shannon Sharp show?
No, I mean, it's just something because I growing up, my family's just big on boxing.
Okay.
Right? And so like, I mean, you hear it in a lot of different,
I don't think it was a feet movement like that, but I don't know
it's that-
about
but it's-
punches.
It's that too. That yeah, punches just because of reach. And
Like
everything,
endurance,
and then,
too.
I mean,
Endurance,
everything. So
I think Meta World Peace would have been a good boxer.
That's what Floyd said.
Yeah.
They were talking because he was on the Shannon Sharp podcast and he was like, "Who do you think would be a good boxer? Like if that was in the NBA?" And he said, "Meta World Peace."
Well, just because of what happened in the palace.
He said some other people. I forgot. I don't think he said Patrick Beverly, but he said some other people.
Oh,
it was interesting though.
It reminds
He
me-
said something like
Who's
that.
that dude that the Mavericks got? He's literally 6-0 in USC. Like
didn't say
that's
him,
crazy.
yeah.
yeah.
That's crazy that he's like it's not like it's made up. Him, both his parents and all his brothers and sisters are black belts.
Oh wow.
Man, can you imagine that family?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Like the kids fighting when they're growing up, like fighting like Three Ninjas, that movie.
Yeah, but I think it'll be a good fight. I don't think I'm taking Jake Paul, definitely.
For sure. Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like Nate Robinson is gonna come out swinging like we
Yeah.
would if it was our first
like
fight.
the,
Ah!
like the hood.
Yeah.
It's
I
a street
don't
fight.
I don't
yeah.
see him.
Yeah.
Is this his first like a legit fight
Yeah.
for
I think
Nate
so.
Robinson?
Yeah, I think so.
Bruh.
What's your approach? Close my eyes and
Yeah. Put your head down.
Hopefully I wake up.
windmill, Yeah.
But yeah, that should be interesting. Who do you think is gonna be more entertaining, Tyson fight or the Jake Paul fight?
I think I'll personally be more entertained with the Tyson's fight. I was
how
never
can you
able
not
to,
be like?
I was never able to watch him growing up. But
That's
you know,
what
so it's
Victor
like,
said. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was able to watch Roy Jones, but I was never able to watch Tyson fight. And you know, again, being a big boxing fan, I mean, I think I'm gonna be more entertained by that.
Yeah.
More starstruck than anything. But you know,
Because later on in his career, he had fewer fights. So like I saw Mike Tyson fights, but I was at the age where I didn't like appreciate or break it down.
Yeah,
Because his last fight was I was 15.
I thought you said you were 22.
15 around there.
You weren't 22?
Nah, that was the other one that used to be here.
Okay. Roy's 47.
oh damn, damn.
But yeah. Man, I hope they don't get gassed. I hope it's entertaining.
Yeah, they are. They're gonna get gas. 100% gonna get gas.
Tyson
but-
was smoking weed this morning.
They're
I
gonna
hope
bring
it's a
it.
good fight.
They're gonna do a basketball rules. You get 3 timeouts.
Hold on, goddamn. But yeah, man, I hope it's a good fight. So before we wrap up with your project, you know how certain artists have certain projects where they're, I don't know what you would call them. Like you have the Blueprint 1 through 3, the Carter's, like I guess series. Do you plan to continue to have more series like this, or is this going to be the last one?
Well, oh man. Okay.
That means there's more, bro.
Yeah,
He has one ready. He don't want to say it. That's what he said.
Uh,
That's what he said.
funny you ask.
Yeah. I mean, it just kind of whatever happens with these, you know, these songs and these projects that I have lined up.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% set on making like for instance, like a Sleep Talking 3 or,
Okay.
or We Didn't Plan This 2. That's not my thought process right now.
We didn't plan this too. That'd be dope.
Yeah. It would be my you know. But at the same time, I feel like the story that I told and We Didn't Plan This has been told already.
Yeah.
Sleep Talking. If you listen to both projects, I mean, it is. I'm still revolving around the same topic, the same stuff, you know. And if I feel I have something more to say that correlates to those projects or any of the other projects, then yeah, I mean, that why not put a part 2 or part 3 out for something?
Yeah.
What process do you enjoy more? The building a song, like the beats, the production of it, or the writing part? Because to me, it's two different routes. Because a person can be one or the other in that industry.
Yeah.
But you're both. So what process do you enjoy more?
To be honest, if I have to choose,
Mhm.
I would say the writing, because I like telling stories. But for me, on the other hand, for me, it's all one process for me at this point.
Okay.
You know, because I do both now, and I produce now at this point right now 100% of my own stuff. Now that I produce all of my stuff, it has to be one process. You know, I have to go in with the plan. This is what I want to do. I'm not searching YouTube for beats and hoping that I can get inspiration. My inspiration goes as I go. So I mean, but if I had to choose, yes, it would be the writing.
Okay. And you had one song in here where you were talking about doing it in one take.
Mhm.
Did you really do
That
it
was
in
a real
one
one
take?
take.
Really?
That was a real
Well,
one take.
that's when you're talking in the beginning,
Yeah,
right?
that was a real one take.
For real.
Yeah, the whole
I
thing.
I like those subtle flex in the beginning like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, and
I
so
wrote that down. So flex.
I wrote that. I recorded that in my room, actually. That song, and my brother, he knows nothing about any of the software that I use or anything, but he happened to be there. And I needed somebody to press record.
Okay.
So like he got there. I had just finished writing it. I was rehearsing it, and he pulled up to the house. I was like, hey, like real quick before you leave, like I need you to do something. Went in there, he hit record, and I'll be honest with you, I was pleasantly surprised with myself at the end of that. I was excited, man. I got the booth. I was like, oh man, like you didn't mess up, right? You didn't hit record twice, right? Like
because I think you said that on here, right? He was like,
Yeah.
you got that too, right?
He's like, now I hit it. Now.
I don't know.
All right, now are you ready?
Yeah.
No. Dang. Yeah, no.
How long did the whole project take to just from start to finish, the writing, the production of it, the editing, the mastering, everything?
Okay, so the that project, the writing and the production was actually quick. It took like maybe 2 weeks,
Okay.
but the mixing and the mastering, all that other stuff that I did afterwards, all the post production, it took a lot longer because we did this real cool project earlier this year, about 3 months or 2 months ago, called the Grow Sessions, and I do it every year.
Nice.
Pretty much, we invited like 30 artists out to the
Was
studio.
that that cabin
That was that
where
cabin.
everyone there?
Yeah. So
That looked dope as fuck, man.
it was cool, man, and so we did that. But the thing is I had to sacrifice my own work, my own projects, my own deadlines and stuff for that, because to make that thing happen. And there's 30 songs on there that we did in those 4 days that I'm still working on, still
Yeah.
editing. So I was having to find time to jump back to Sleep Talking, mix here and there, and then
Okay.
But yeah, it was done. It was done for the most part for a while.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Well, so with this being done, are we gonna get anything from All About Growth now, or what's
course.
next?
Of
Because I know
course.
Twist released his own stuff.
Mhm.
Kind of,
Diversity.
yeah, Diversity. They all kind of had their own drops here and there.
Yeah.
So 3 of you coming out next, like
4 of us.
the 4. I thought there was 3. Is there another one now?
But we have a new member to the team. We actually
Oh,
have 2. One of them is just producers. His name is York YB. Great producer, man. And then we got TB Robbie. I don't know if you heard of
I haven't
TB
heard
Robbie.
of him.
I heard him.
Oh man, yeah. All right,
We gotta get him on
listen.
here.
All
Yeah,
right,
we gotta get him on
Yeah,
here.
yeah, no, for sure, man. Yeah, TB Robbie, man. He is dope. He's real good, man.
Yeah.
And he produces his own stuff too, writing his own stuff,
Okay.
all that good stuff, man. But yeah, so yeah, we do have some things in the works. You'll be hearing all of us on the same project here pretty soon.
Okay.
Nice.
That's what's up. And do you see like y'all putting out like a San Antonio project, like out of like a lot of poppin' artists in the city?
Kind of like that Growth Sessions
That's
you're
exactly
talking about.
that's exactly what we did. See, what we did was my whole idea, my whole plan for that, and it worked out really well, was to get a bunch of artists who would never collab with each other on a regular basis,
Mhm.
and put them in the same room to where they're kind of forced to.
Mhm.
And a lot of these people came in with their groups, but like when what was cool about everybody, and it was the camaraderie between all of the artists, which they knew like that the rules were. You leave your ego at the door. If you
Mhm.
come in with a group, try to separate. Go collab and see if you can get new ideas. You're gonna grow as an artist. You're gonna grow as as creatively.
Yeah.
And
That's dope, man. Because we've noticed that with San Antonio, like
it
just
lacks that.
people we've interviewed,
Mm.
like everyone has their own like click where they support these 5 artists, and that's it.
They support Ventura. They support everybody who performs at Fitzgerald's. Man.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of people who really work together, and so it was cool seeing everybody just like second nature come out and then do that. We pushed out. What speaks for that is we made 30 songs from scratch. The beats weren't pre-made. Nothing was pre-written in 4 days. So
That's wild.
yeah. It was dope.
We need that to drop.
And I like the San Antonio scene because nobody really sounds alike, and it's so
They
different,
don't.
Yeah.
And I like
it's
that.
underrated, man. Like San Antonio is not talked about at all. Like
right.
it really isn't. And then
Right.
like doing this podcast, it's really opened me up to a lot of local artists
Yeah.
that I probably would have never heard of, because
Mhm.
it's one thing is for me is like discovering new artists, local artists should be easier, but it wasn't as easy as I thought I was discovering new artists.
Yeah.
But when I started doing the show, then I'm like, damn, I didn't hear where all these people, like I don't even know where everyone came from.
And everybody has their own like unique way of promoting and stuff,
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's pretty dope to see that, and everyone's really seeming to take their craft seriously.
Now,
for the most part.
I feel like this year that started happening like
Yeah.
on in a big way.
You think quarantine played a big role in that? I mean, because you had more time to reflect.
I think the people who were complaining for so long last year finally got through to each other. And instead of just complaining on Facebook and stuff, people started taking initiative. And I was trying to be the person to get that started, because again, I'd done this project before, and I got people from all sides of San Antonio to come in who never met before to collab on a project. And since then, like now, nobody's just ignoring the other artists who comes out to the show. It's we're all artists. We're trying to make this community, and I think people are starting to realize that is actually getting us traction. So
it really is, because I mean, diversity, then that led me to your music, led me to Twist music. Like
Twist, yeah.
that's how it is. That's how it should be.
It's
you
like a
know,
web.
right? That's how I discovered music back then. You know, you
Mhm.
listen to one person, they had a feature, blah blah,
Yeah.
and you just click and click, you know, and you go like that.
Yeah, for sure.
So when do you think that project's gonna drop?
We're shooting beginning of the year.
Okay.
Now we're not dropping all 30 songs. You know, some of them are gonna make it, some of them aren't. Some people are gonna be on the project, some people aren't. It was there's still a big process going on right now with everybody who's involved in making sure that the right songs are gonna be on this project and the right verses are on there, because we gave people you know, a chance to, if they felt that they could do a better verse than me or than somebody else, go ahead and write your verse
Yeah.
and record it, and we're gonna decide in the, you know, in the end, in post.
Okay.
So we're still going through that process and stuff, and that's why that one's taking kind of a little while. But
You
we
can
want it to
still
be
you can still
perfect.
throw out that B side. Let's hear it. You know.
Hey, hey.
And are you dropping any more music this year, or what are your thoughts? Because you got like
Let them enjoy the rest
you
of
got
the
like
year, bro. Let
25,
them
30
enjoy the
days?
rest of the year.
We'll see what happens.
So that's a yes.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
it.
see what happens.
We know what that means.
Yeah. But yeah, I really like this project. I'm probably gonna connect it with Sleep Talking one
Mhm.
because it's enough music now. And I feel like with your catalog, you have such a large catalog where there's range now, you know,
Mhm.
and there's different conversations you can have about it, you know.
Yeah.
They don't all
what
sound the
really
same.
that's what really makes an artist for me, is that I can go to an artist for different feels.
Right.
You know, like not just one type. Oh, like, you know, if I'm hype, I can't go to you or something like that. You know,
Right.
for you to have different styles of it, that's what really, I think, separates you.
Yeah, and I think honestly, I think a lot of that has to do with me just, again, I kind of feed my vibe. And I don't only go to the studio when I'm smoking or drinking or when I feel hype. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, you know, I'm there all the time, and whenever I feel anything and I can put it into a song, then, you know, that's kind of how all my music is made. So that's why it's so different. And then working in that studio with a lot of different genres, like a lot of country artists, a lot of rock artists and stuff, it really feeds my creativity to really get inspiration from other genres and incorporate it into my own music.
It's dope.
Yeah, and I like how convenient your album was to find, because he sent me the Spotify link.
Mhm.
I don't get on Spotify, so I went to Apple Music and it was right there. So
So
it's very easy to
there's
find.
two parts to that. To me, it's your name, because there's a lot of people we've interviewed. When you search their name, it brings up like
10,
40, like
10, 20 people. Yeah.
like even the first time I searched you know how, because once I search you, it brings you up.
Yeah.
The first time it wasn't really like just Stilo everywhere. It was real easy.
Yeah.
So I think that was, I mean, a good name pick, because it lets
Yeah.
you stand out. There wasn't much competition in that field for you, so it was easy to find.
It's funny because when I brought that name up to my brother, he was kind of like, what does that mean? You know,
He probably thought-
Where's
he's probably
that
like
coming from?
Jordan.
Yeah, where's that coming from? Well, see, and honestly, that it comes from my name. Stilo is my last name is Castillo. Right?
Okay.
So the Stilo comes for the STILLO, but I took out one L, so Stilo.
Yeah.
And then Jordan is my middle name. So
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So it's like original.
yeah.
I was thinking because of Jordan.
Yeah,
Jordan.
I was
too,
thinking
my-
like
my-
it's his middle name.
I know. I like it better because it's your middle name.
Yeah.
I like it better.
Yeah, it's actually it's
That means
me.
it's more
Yeah,
personal.
it's
It's more
really-
personal.
So are you on Tidal?
everywhere.
Okay.
Wherever you want to
Yeah,
look, man.
super
everywhere.
So-
convenient.
And actually, the other thing too is I stopped dropping music on SoundCloud, but I never took anything from SoundCloud off. So if y'all want to hear even more music, SoundCloud, I'm the only Stilo Jordan there.
Nice.
You can look up music on there for some of my old stuff from when I was in high school and stuff, and which is some of it's actually still pretty good.
Yeah.
Going back and listen to it, you know.
So what we're trying to say is check it out.
Check it out. Check it out if you like. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's dope.
So when it comes, so you're everywhere, right? I was reading this article about where artists prefer for you to listen because of, you know, royalties or
Streams and
whatever
all that stuff, yeah.
streams. So I was reading that there's this big debate about Tidal, because Tidal pays you more,
They do.
but Tidal has a lower user rate, and also because they're the most expensive when it comes to like
Are they expensive?
yeah, they're the most expensive when it comes to your monthly subscription. They're just $20.
Right.
Unless you
But
got
they,
Sprint.
but they off. Yeah, unless you got Sprint.
Yeah.
Free 99.
But
Yeah.
like when it comes to $20 for a personal
Yeah.
account, every other streaming service, $20 is your family count, six people.
And I think Tidal is for people who like love love music.
The way it sounds and everything, like
Because I mean
yeah.
it's true, and like I mean I don't know if you've seen like all of the ads for it, like oh yeah it sounds better, it really does. I mean
Yeah.
and being
Does it?
yes, being in the industry that I'm in as an engineer, like having listening to things
Mhm.
and like that's my job. You
Is it?
you
I
can
mean,
hear a difference, you can feel a difference really.
Yeah.
I had Tidal for a month. It did not sound
How'd
much
you
different
listen
than
to it? Is it
Spotify. But to be fair, on Spotify, I actually edited my playback settings.
Yeah,
Because everything's set up on standard. I edit to high
Gotcha.
quality.
Gotcha.
Because I don't know if Apple Music did, but on Spotify you can edit your play. Everything's
Yeah.
on average.
'Cause-
So I switched everything.
because Tidal has like 3 or 4 different settings, right? They got
Right.
master, hi-fi.
Hi-fi.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of different ones.
Yeah.
So a secret, man, that a lot of people don't know is when we're making songs, Spotify actually has this algorithm to make sure that all of the music is on a certain level volume wise. And sometimes even engineers today don't really have a 100% grasp on what the algorithm is and what they're doing
Mhm.
when you upload your music to their site. So it has its own sound, but and in some cases, like for instance with my mentor, the producer, whenever he drops before, I mean now he's kind of figured out what they're doing for the most part, but when he started uploading music on the Spotify and stuff, he noticed a difference in the quality. But because again they're trying to keep like their their volume levels and all that stuff
Mhm.
at a certain rate and making sure that nobody's speakers get blown. If somebody uploads like a really messed up mix onto Spotify, I mean,
You're like, we'll help you out.
yeah, they pretty
Try
much
this again.
they pretty much help out to where it will not blow. That song is gonna be low compared to a lot of the other
Yeah.
music that's
That's
out. But
interesting.
wild.
I'm gonna play with my settings on that because like that's one thing I did like because you
Mhm.
can hit playback, you can do high quality, low quality,
Yeah.
and then because when you switch it, the first thing it gets like this warning that
Mhm.
your data's going to increase,
Right.
Because the playback and all that.
Mhm.
Because I think my phone has like 2 gigs in Spotify playback,
Yeah.
which is compared to like the regular be like 500 megs or something. But
Right.
that's crazy. I didn't know that Spotify does that. I mean, it
Yeah.
makes sense because I don't see anything wrong with it because they're looking at the end user. They're not looking at the person.
Exactly.
They're looking at the end user.
Exactly. It's our job to submit the right
Yeah.
way, and it as artists it holds us accountable to making sure that everything comes out, on great quality.
Yeah. So that's interesting because I know some people I see people try to push one streaming service versus the other sometimes.
I mean, for me personally, I mean, I do this because I drop it, I put it out everywhere because I love music,
Mhm.
and wherever it reaches people, I'm cool with that. If it
Yeah.
reaches more people on Tidal, if I got to promote on Tidal or whatever, then so be it. But like, I mean, I me personally, I'm doing music because I love to do it. I'm not really looking for the streaming money or anything like that, though it's there. It's not really my main goal. So whenever I promote, I just by nature I promote Spotify only because that's the most used
Yeah.
streaming platform out.
Yeah,
So
you can't sleep on it. It's
Yeah.
the most used and I mean I don't know Apple, but I don't know if does Apple have a free version of it?
Probably like for I think it's a month max or
I
something
mean,
like
because
that.
like
They got a
trial,
free
like,
version.
got a
because
trial, yeah.
like
Yeah.
Spotify has a free version. You don't have to pay anything.
Yeah, they got a. It's not like it's like a trial though,
Yeah.
but Tidal does have a free version if you have Sprint.
yeah.
Okay,
And,
so Spotify is the only one that has like an
Yeah.
actual free one.
Yeah, the other thing
Yeah.
too is like with like businesses and stuff, they use Spotify playlists to play their music in their stores
Yeah.
versus Apple and
'Cause it's free,
Tidal
yeah.
and stuff.
I didn't know
So
that.
I've
I
heard
always
that
thought of,
once
like,
you
Pandora.
make that
Mhm.
once you make that good playlist, that can do wonders because like they have
Mhm.
those curated playlists that
yeah,
has followers, and then
Yeah,
because like I'm following a couple,
yeah.
and then I'll get a notification saying blah 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 playlist has been updated.
Mhm.
So then I'll look at it and be like, okay,
See, it's tough to make those playlists now, and a lot of artists are getting called out for paying for their spot on there, to be on some of these curated playlists and stuff, and it brings up the question: are these streams even real? Is all this stuff? So like being on one of those curated playlists would be amazing, right? But it would also it'll also kind of for me it'll kind of bring up like a not an insecurity but like a worry that like people are gonna think like I paid for the spot to get on here, and so they're gonna think my stuff is fake and I'm clout chasing and
okay.
this and that, and but yeah, those Spotify playlists are useful, And I'm not against these artists actually going out and paying for it. What a lot of people don't realize is for promo, you have to pay for promo,
Yeah.
and that's one way
So
of doing it.
that was my question: is what is the difference of creating a Facebook ad or an IG ad for your album
Mhm.
and paying to be on a playlist? Like you're just putting your promotion money in different place because
Sure.
you're not paying someone to listen to your song. You're paying someone to put yourself on a playlist that has the better availability to have someone play it.
I mean, you still are paying for somebody listening to your
No,
song.
I mean you're paying for them to put it on the playlist.
So
so it can get heard.
Unless there's backdoors
So
saying
let me-
I'll give you 20,000 on
yeah.
this thing.
it's like
so
the
let me-
DJ thing.
yeah, right.
It's
So,
like the DJ thing.
so let me tell you this, and I don't know if I'm supposed to like not say this for the music community, but like you are paying for the streams when you
Okay.
when you
Yeah.
when you put yourself on those playlists. And a lot of times too is I tried it once. I was curious. I was like, oh, okay, let me see if this is real. And I Googled it. I did my research, made sure it wasn't like some bot thing. Thought it wasn't a bot thing, and it was like the most recommended one. And I was looking at my plays and stuff on Spotify, and it was saying that like my music's out in Germany. Oh, dope. But
Yeah.
but why is it 4,000 streams in Germany and then 100 here? You know, like
Yeah.
it just and it didn't make sense.
So
to
it's
me.
like the bots are over there just replaying the
And this,
song.
yeah, and with those plays, that's why we as artists have to be careful when we are, trying to get onto curated playlists and stuff. These curated playlists, they're not easy to be on. It's not something that you can
Yeah.
just automatically pay to
Yeah.
do unless you're part of a label or
Gotcha.
something that's
And we're
cooperating
talking
with them.
about like the ones that the mid playlist that people make. We're not talking about
Yeah.
the official actual Spotify ones. 'Cause
Oh,
those
Gotcha.
those are
Yeah.
still paid for, but they're paid for by the labels.
Yes, exactly,
I mean,
exactly. Like the rap caviar, and
Caviar.
all that stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, those are, but those, I mean, they are paid for without a doubt, but they're by the label. They're part of the promotion thing.
right.
So your avenue, would you, for promotion wise, what is your go-to type of promotion? Then is it just posting about it, or actually creating like Facebook or IG ads or something?
It's what's crazy is I used to do like the IG ads and Facebook ads and stuff, but I've got more joy out of doing like word of mouth stuff. I create a rapport with my fans, with the people
Yeah.
who listen to my music. And I go out there, it's all word of mouth. So like if I'm out somewhere, if I'm at a show, or if I'm out at a at a venue or whatever, going scouting, artists for the next grow sessions, a lot of times I'll post it, yes, on my Facebook, on my Instagram, and it kind of promotes itself because the people that know me,
Yeah.
or like that I've created that relationship with, they'll post my music just because they know me, So
Yeah.
it's like I let it promote itself. So
I'd rather that because it feels more organic and it feels like people are
Yeah.
along with you. You
and
know,
it lets me know too, like if I notice like, hey, this dude promoted the last 3 projects, why isn't he promoted this
Yeah.
one? He hates it,
Yeah.
like they hate it. So it's like,
You're gonna hey,
Yeah.
what happened, bro?
yeah,
Hey,
you
we
gonna-
good?
Yeah, you gonna drop that, or that link?
Is it not shareable?
you in Facebook jail,
Oh,
bro?
man.
But yeah, before we wrap up, I really appreciate the project, Sleep Talking 2. If y'all haven't heard it, I definitely recommend listening to it. It's it's probably my favorite type of song to listen, or project to listen to during this type of weather. Because when
Oh,
on
yeah,
the ride
without a doubt.
here,
Yeah.
it fits so well. There
It
was no
did.
skips. Like I was like, this is really
It
working.
fits well for quarantine.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, where can people, I guess, reach you? What's your best way of like, just if people want to talk
What's
to
your
you?
favorite social media? Because
Yeah.
that's also divided when it comes to artists.
Yeah. See, and a lot of people get mad at me because I'm bad at responding on Facebook and stuff.
Yeah.
So like, hit me up on Instagram. I'm really active on there, even though I don't post as much on my grid, but like on my story, I'm always up. So hit me up on Instagram if you want to talk. I got any questions, where you can get the project or anything. My Instagram is Stilo STILO_Jordan. If you don't want to follow me on Instagram, it's the same thing on every single platform. So yeah, I'm the only one.
Pretty streamlined.
Yeah,
That's what's up. That's mad professional.
yeah.
Where can people check us out at, Roy?
IG
Now
as
listen
well.
to this guy.
IG as well, and Facebook. We haven't got into that Twitter scene yet.
Yeah,
It's hard, bro.
Twitter is hard,
It-
bro.
But even
all you-
Facebook and IG,
Yeah.
like to me, IG has the best reception,
Mhm.
but Facebook is the easier when it comes to sharing stuff. Like
Yeah.
when it
Absolutely.
comes on IG, I got a screenshot, crop it. I
Twitter
gotta do
doesn't
shit.
have a story, does it?
No,
it
first-
does now.
it does.
Yeah,
No,
they
it
just
does.
updated it.
Okay.
Like, but like Twitter, bro, like 30
you get
seconds.
bullied.
No, but 30 seconds go by. I'll refresh. 100 new shit. I was like, "Fuck, I'm
Yeah.
gone." Like, I'm
Yeah.
done.
He said,
Yeah,
I'm done.
I'm
yeah.
done, bro. It's just like
Twitter's
it's
hard,
ridiculous.
man.
And like
Yeah.
Twitter is like fucking high school with clans, bro. Like
The-
Twitter
the
got
community,
you got the
oh,
hip hop community, you
yeah.
got the like
Which
and
table
then-
you sitting at?
yeah, bro. It's just like Twitter. I mean, once you get in on the community, they're right for you, but it's just
Yeah.
like, bro, like Twitter's another beast. I'm on it like occasionally, but I'll tell you, there's no faster news source than Twitter.
right.
That's true.
Bro, their shit is like
They're-
before it
they're
happens.
on it,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah,
It's
so
coming from the horse's tips.
Like-
exactly. No, yeah, and it was when I made the transition from I used to be on Twitter a lot. I was really active on there, but like when I made the transition to Facebook, I was like, oh man, I'm getting old, bro.
yeah.
like you know, I'm hitting my mid-20s right now, and I'm on Facebook now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
All right.
when I see those posts like, how are you old? Like Otis, like 25 plus, like fuck.
All right. So don't hit us up. Do not hit us up on Twitter.
IG,
Where can people hit us up on?
IG, Facebook, YouTube as well. Comment, subscribe, and we'll respond to you.
Yeah. And no matter where you're listening, we appreciate it. It's Turn Up the Mic. Good night.
You say